Greetings and welcome back, carnivores, to Carnivore Confidential. I'm Dougie the Butcher. Inspiration for today, the video is my dinner again, and what I've got on the go for today is just a beef stew. There's nothing really spectacular about beef stew or my recipe, but what I did want to chat with you about is where this particular piece of meat comes from and why it's suitable for stewing and nothing else. It's not a tender piece of meat at all. It comes from the chuck underneath the blade bone. It's called a mock tender. And mock tender is kind of a play on words because it's definitely not tender. So let's go to the carcass map and I'll show you exactly where it comes from. See you over there. All right, back to the carcass map. Show you exactly where this piece of meat comes from. There's actually two of them in this package, but it comes from right up here in the chuck. This pectoral muscle right here. It's underneath the blade bone, and it is it's again, like I said, it's referred to as a mock tenderloin. It's not tender. It's nowhere near the loin. It's typically this is a stewing cut. Typically this is, I just lost a light. Typically this is a stewing cut, and I'm gonna take it upstairs and take it up to clean it up, and take the silver skin off it, and we're gonna get ready for just cube it up for stew. That's all it's good. That's all it's good for. All right, so I'll see you upstairs. All right, welcome back, folks. This, again, like I said, is called the mock tender. Comes from underneath the shoulder blade, and it's anything but tender. But it is a good piece of meat for stew. So, that being said, let's clean it up. See all the silver skin on here? On both sides? Anyway, it's still a tad frozen, but we're still I'm gonna clean it up, and I'm not gonna be very gentle with cleaning this silver skin up, just simply because it's no good for ground beef, and I'm going to just give it to my dogs. Actually, with it being a tad frozen, makes it easier to do this. Okay, there we go. Silver skin removed, not too much waste. And of course, look who shows up as soon as that job gets done. Mama. All right, so there is a fairly significant piece of gristle that runs through the center of this. And I'm not going to bother removing that because, as I said, it's going to be stew beef. So all we're going to do is we're just going to cut this up into cubes. And first of all, I'm going to see if I can just cut it down the center. To facilitate cutting it into cubes a little easier. Now this is only one of these pieces. There were two of these pieces of meat in that package. I'm just cutting up one just to show you. Basically, nothing really. Just cutting this into stew beef. And that piece of gristle that ran down the center of it, that will become fork tender during the stewing process. So there you have it, folks. I'm not going to bore you with my stew recipe. Everybody's got one. It's pretty basic, really. You just dust it with flour, brown it off, put it in a pot with cover it with water, and simmer for a good couple of hours. Add your potatoes and carrots and onions, and dinner's on the stove. Simple as that. All right, folks, that's it for this week. Please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Again, it shows the Google algorithm that I'm putting out content that people want to watch. In the meantime, I upload every Thursday at 6 o'clock, so come on back next Thursday for something new from me. In the meantime, Dougie the Butcher, out. Stay hungry.